Welcome to the season 1 finale of Plot Armor. Everyone's here. Woo! Today is not just the 4 of us. We have a whole audience behind the fan cam today.
Shout out.
A bunch of familiar faces from the whole season that have come to celebrate the end of this one, which won't be the end of Plot Armor, but the end of season. Which is this one.
Which is the end of season 1.
So we really look forward to what's going to happen today, and it's going to be crazy. And you see both of us on screen and looking very suave because we take this very serious, and this is basically a job interview. They don't know it yet. Sim, how are you on Excel? But we are going to switch up the format a little bit, and I think now is a brilliant time to explain to you how this episode is going to work. 2 fighters begin the battle, debating a single topic for 5 minutes. The host will judge the round and choose the victor. The one who argues harder, cuts deeper, and refuses to break. The winner advances and the loser is out. The next challenger is picked from our wheel of gladiators and enters immediately. And the cycle continues until only one champion remains, being crowned as the main character of the season. But there is a twist. They will not know the questions in advance. Every question will be drawn randomly from a hat filled with questions, all from season 1. Once a question is revealed, both fighters have 2 minutes off camera to prep their answers and arguments. When the clock runs out, they enter the ring. No excuses, no safety nets, no second chances. So before we hate each other, and we're like, we can all hate each other like in a big group, we are going to celebrate this season with our favorite drink sponsor, Tebedien. I know you guys are thirsty, so go ahead and
so
take a sip.
Yay!
It wouldn't be a Plot Armor episode if we don't pour out the whole thing. So this
that's
flavor
good. Is this lychee?
is called Son of a Peach. And if you look...
But it tastes like...
If you look into the cup, there's a clue to what it tastes like.
Oh, that's what peaches look like?
I was looking at the bottom, man.
That's really good. And a final season 1 shout out to Tebedien for delicious drinks. And as you know, we are not here to talk about drinks. We're here to talk about cookies, because this episode's winner, the season's winner, gets a massive
That is so...
cookie.
Massive frame it.
Massive
There we
cookie.
Go. There we go.
And this cookie was amazingly and gracefully made by Susi's Kitchen, who does incredible custom cookies and a ton of other things. So you can go check them out using the
Link in the description below.
that thing. So we hope that the winner. I almost said we hope the winner gets diabetes. But that's too much.
I already got it. It's okay.
Eat it. Eat sparingly and don't get diabetes. We wish you a good life. Let us meet today's starting contestants. We will start on my right. He made his first appearance in episode 8, pitching a crazy Avatar 3 that might be closer to the real Avatar 3. It's Enrico Alfonso. It's so good to have you back, Enrico.
Thank you.
You are known to be the one that gave me a very hard time and took my place, and I would come for you, but now I'm hosting, so I just wish you the best. So good luck today. It's going to be a tough one, and we'll see what you got pulled out of your hat today.
He's not wearing a hat.
Well, he will.
It's my sleeves.
And on Caleb's side, she made her first appearance in episode 12, fighting for the best book to film adaptation. Give it up for Sim Sangoni. Welcome, Sim.
Yeah!
You famously gave us some of the funniest moments from Plot Armor season 1.
Yeah, famously, we're a famous podcast.
I will say, my wife couldn't stop laughing because you are hilarious. Yes. So bring that Sim energy to this episode, and you will kill it. Yeah. I do believe we're starting with 2 very competitive people, and I think we're going to end with competitive people. That's just how it's going to go. But I think now is the time to pull our first question. Now, we have no idea what they're going to start with. It's all questions from the previous season. So let's see. I think Enrico, do us the honors. Pull a question. Only one. Okay, pass me that. Let's see. No cheating yet. I'm so interested.
I feel like you have to watch the whole...
Okay. Sim will recognize this question. So this first question comes from episode 2. Which movie should be erased from existence? Previous answers include Longlegs, Cats and The Wolf of Wall Street. What is your answers? We will
I
give
haven't
you.
watched any of them.
No, that doesn't matter.
matter.
All you have to tell us is what movie should be erased from existence. So before we take that break, we need your answers. So yeah, because you need to know what you're preparing for. So
Oh, we already answering
Yes.
what the. Oh,
So
okay, I got the
what movie should be
Okay.
erased from
so
existence?
wait, Enrico's got his. Tell us.
Okay, the easiest and obvious one is Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay, I love
That
it.
needs to be
Okay,
exist.
good. And Sim.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Awesome. Okay, we're gonna give our combatants 2 minutes to prepare. Not a lot of time, but they need a little bit of time to bring their best. So we'll see you on the other side. Okay, welcome back. For you, it was instant. For us, it was an eternity, but we're glad to be back. The question is, which movie should be erased from existence? And we are going to hear from Enrico first.
Okay, so my answer is Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it's because it not only just destroyed that, it bent the legacy of one of the greatest animated shows on earth into like a painful pretzel. It was horrible. It was horrendous. There was so many horrible creative liberties that were taken with this. And it was like he had no holds bars on changing everything that we loved about that show. And it was one of the greatest written mythologies you could ever come up with. Why change that? There was no reason to change that. And I just don't think any other movie on earth ever compares to that one. And I know Sim has versed before with greatest book to live action adaptation. This is like the worst ever adaptation of anything, period.
Okay, Sim, that was a great opening. It's your turn. Tell us which movie.
Well, it's Dragon Ball Z Evolution. Yes, and I did watch it. I watched it 2 weeks ago. No, I don't know. I feel like no one's watched Dragon Ball Z after that one. It was horrible. I feel like the director, and I googled this. You can fact check me. The director apologized. He said he didn't even respect the material. What else did he say?
Apologized.
Yeah, for mine, not yours. Yours is still good. Yes, yours is still good. So the director apologized. He said they're only doing it for money. Cliche was a cheerleader. There was some weird fight scene by a car. Like nothing makes sense. And then I did say Goku turned into a baboon at the end, and it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense with anything. So I think it's the worst because it didn't follow Dragon Balls. I feel like it had a huge fan base, but no one was like following that kind of script. I think there was even like it's so difficult. Like Miyagi dude was there. Yes, there was a Miyagi, right? Yes, but he was like it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. At least yours, there was like, okay, I can't repeat. Can I?
Yeah, you know what? Fight it out.
Thank you.
fight it
You
out.
kept saying that. I counted. You said that 4 times. You're not explaining. You need to expand on your reasons so that we can fight back. Number 1. Number 2, it was not that bad. Honestly, the visuals were beautiful. There was that moon scene with the water and everything looked great. Mine, it was just like weird as CGI, and like the fight scenes were not even like a reflection of like.
Nothing looked beautiful in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Freaking hell!
You need
It
spectacles.
took 10 earthbenders, like 5 different martial arts moves to move one piece of rock.
They looked so
Like
cool.
that is the worst, most atrocious
They looked so
live
cool
action
doing
I've
that.
ever seen in
And
my
at
life.
least
No,
I
they
mean,
did
we
not.
both
If you
remember
watch
that.
the original, that is so shit. One tiny little kid that's like 14 years old can move a giant boulder with like just bah.
Because he's the
Okay,
airbender.
that's it. Bah.
Because he's the
Not
airbender.
war, we ching wang wang, and then like 5 people just to move the rock.
Let's hear more from Sim.
Okay, more from me is I feel like really you haven't expanded on your reasoning. You keep saying that and it's bad, and then 4 earthbenders are moving a rock, but you're not actually giving us the reason why you
Okay.
think it's horrible.
First of
Wait,
all-
sir. I forgot. Never mind. I forgot.
Have your drink. It will settle you. Calm yourself.
To me, I think the visuals were beautiful, and the fact that they made an attempt afterwards means that it wasn't that bad. I feel like after our Goku movie, they just like avoided.
Okay, thing with the second attempt, the original creators left that show too. Okay, that gives you an indication of.
But we're not
whether
talking
they had
about
a
the
second
original-
attempt or
we're not talking about the
but I'm
second
just saying,
attempt.
one of the most atrocious things was even just a name change, right? His name is Ang. We all know it as that. In the freaking movie, it's like, what did they call him? Ang, Eng. It was like, what the hell? They changed the entire name for what?
But then that doesn't
They didn't
make-
change it to Gaku or Guruku or something like that. It
Fair.
was all they did in that one was basically whitewash it, right? All the Chinese people were just gone.
I'm so happy you said that. You
all
gave
the
me an
Japanese
opening.
people were just gone.
You gave me an
Right?
opening.
What's your opening?
Everybody was white. It was weird. So
It was weird.
That is
No.
the reason. At least
And
those kind of-
they did invite Asian actors to come on board, but it was only the famous kind of Asian actors, and it wasn't even a good performance by them. Like you said, Chi-Chi is a cheerleader.
Yeah, but at least yours was probably trained in martial arts background because of the moves. Mine, it was just some random dude they picked off the street and they were like, yeah,
Also,
Goku.
the whole argument of Goku changing into a baboon, that is literally from the mythology. You're talking to a deep
Yeah, but then the CGI, I'm also discussing the CGI, the reasoning.
CGI
It
was
didn't
off the
make
time.
sense.
The CGI was off the time.
Nah,
It makes sense.
still, we've seen
But
like...
all they
we've
had
seen
at the
Lord of
time
Rings
was
from
Blender,
2001,
okay?
2002.
They couldn't get further than that. They didn't have
No.
Unreal Engine 5 then.
No,
Okay?
it was quality, it was
Just
budget.
because they had that with Avatar, it doesn't mean it changed anything.
Okay, I think let's hear Sim's closing argument and then we'll hear finally from Enrico. Last chance to say something.
Yeah, I feel like my movie wasn't just like a crash and burn type of situation. It was a crash, burn, fall, never get up. Yours, there was hope. Like they tried to revive it. Mine, like from what I know, the people kind of avoided anything that had to do with that movie afterwards. Like people apologized. Yours, kind of come. I even seen some YouTube videos of like there was some cool scenes, man. It's like memorable in a cutesy way. Mine, what? Like people are like, what? What do you mean? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay,
Enrico, give us the
Don't
final
use
statement.
that.
Okay, I just want to rebuke that last part.
You
of
can say
nobody
whatever you want.
apologized. Nobody apologized. Everybody apologized. Every single actor at every single fan convention thereafter has apologized. Okay, and then lastly, with just the closing statement on this movie is that M. Night Shyamalala Bing Bong ruined the entire freaking thing because he just changed too many things.
Like what?
And it was horrendous.
You
I needed to
never
be
said
erased
what.
from existence.
You never said what he
I
said.
told you. I
keep saying
told you.
that.
Wait.
The earth
Let
bending,
him
the
finish.
fire bending. There's actual martial arts that are behind the fire bending and the earth bending. They changed that style. You can't change an entire style of martial arts that's blended into a mythology that is like become one of the greatest stories ever told, and then go and ruin that with like weird choices
It wasn't
and
weird.
horrendous acting. It's just terrible. So while Dragon Ball Evolution, no Z in it, okay, was ruined, it did not even compare to the crap that happened in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay, time. I'm so glad we don't give points for interruptions because then you'd both have 7 by now. But very good arguing from both sides with very limited time. I will say, so factually incorrect from both of you. Getting names wrong, first of all. And we will, the fact check is going to correct most of it. Caleb has been typing at lightning speed for this. He's called Aang in the original.
Yes, sorry.
And then Aang.
Yeah, and they named him.
So
yeah.
I haven't made a clear decision. So let's hear from the fact checker and maybe that helps.
Isn't it obvious?
Maybe. Okay, fact checker.
Okay, fact checking. I would like to say that the director for Dragon Ball Evolution did in fact apologize because he did such a bad job. And so did the lead actor. Both the director and actor apologized. M. Night Shyamalan did not apologize for Avatar. They do
He
get
did apologize in an interview when he was doing Cabin in the Woods.
Well,
It's
you know
fine, I
what?
won't be
According to Google, he did not because I could not find anything.
Google cannot
It's
find
fine,
an
it
interview
won't-
from like whatever.
Obviously, they also get the pronunciation wrong of Aang's name. It's Aang. They completely
Aang,
stuff it
yeah.
up in the movie. Goku does become a giant monkey. It's the Ozaru form. It's the great ape form. Like it's
It's not a
it's
baboon.
in the anime. I don't. So
Listen.
yes, it happens.
Listen.
It might not be adapted the best. It happens though. Okay, and then both Dragon Ball Evolution and Avatar were both heavily criticized for whitewashing. So that's a problem both films had. And then this is quite a big one from what I could find. But I was rushed at the end. The Netflix live action series did not change the specific real life martial arts styles that each element used in their bending.
Okay. I have
Yes, I
a
didn't
winner
say that.
in mind,
I said
and
in
I
the
think
movie.
it might be.
Sorry, in the movie.
Yeah.
In the movie they changed it.
Okay, it's fine.
changed the
style.
I have an
I
idea.
didn't talk about the.
It's so tough. You guys put me in a tough position, and I think we're going to be in this position a lot this episode. Okay, I think this might go down to passion. And passion isn't interrupting and talking a lot, but it's clearly having a love for the subject material. And out of the love for the subject material, I think Enrico stays and Sim shall fall away. I think it's a tough one because it was very 50-50 for me. And I had to look at the passion. I think if one of you focused more on the argument, which is which movie should be erased from existence, you guys just kind of argued what's bad. Yeah. If there was more of a focus on whoever focused on that, I was going to give it to them for focusing on the question. But there was a lot of mixed up from that. So by a split margin, Enrico stays. But you know what? You still get a little cookie. So here is your little cookie, and thank you for bringing it. Oh, you'll have to get to the end.
I have to watch. No, that's not fair. I'll rather lose it and get the cookie.
But now we will spin our wheel to see who Enrico goes again next.
Okay, so moving on to question 2. Vincent is jumping into fact checker and I shall be hosting this one. To my left, you all know him. He made his first appearance on episode 4, recasting the X-Men. Everybody give it up for Jeffrey Cattart. There we go. Cool, so obviously now we're going to be jumping into round 2, question 2. Enrico, because you won, will you just pull out the next question? Don't read it. Okay. But I'm trusting you. Okay, cool, so... you guys know how this works. Yeah. This is a fun question. Okay, cool. This question comes from episode 12. Which movie universe would be the most fun to live in? Previous answers included Minecraft, Barbie, and Harry Potter. So tell us, what movie world would be the most fun to live in?
The Lego movie.
Okay.
Middle Earth. Lord of the Rings.
Okay, fantastic. You guys have 2 minutes to do your research, and then we will fight it out. Okay, so we're going to jump straight into this argument. Jeffrey, we heard you first, so your opening statement starts now.
Okay, so I went with the Lego movie, and we all know when you think of the Lego movie, what do you think of? The song. Everything is awesome. So yeah, everything is awesome. So in the Lego movie, I mean, you're not bound by anything. You can build things that you can imagine within a matter of seconds. You're not bound by the likes of, okay, I'll get into the argument there, but I'm going to just leave it at that as my opening argument. The Lego movie, you can build anything that you can imagine in a matter of seconds.
Very good opening. Enrico?
Okay, my answer is Middle Earth because it's like adventure with a heartbeat. You know, if you think of like Frodo Bilbo Baggins just running off. I'm going on an adventure, you know, with the map. And it's got like cozy hobbit breakfasts and wizard fireworks and like beautiful elven cities. And there's just so much to explore and enjoy. And I feel like that world just has an endless amount of entertainment and fun.
Okay, guys, fight it out.
Middle Earth sounds cool. But then if you remember when you think about Middle Earth, everywhere you look in the corner of that universe, there's danger. So it's not like the Lego movie where it's safe, playful, and colorful.
Everything is awesome when you're part of a team. It sounds great in theory, but when you think of playing with Legos, it's like you put 2 blocks together and you're kind of bored after a while. You know?
No, but
it's like, are you really
your
going to build
imagination is not
monuments?
limited.
I know your imagination's not limited, but at the same time, it is limited to your imagination.
Yeah, but then within Middle
if you're
Earth,
lazy, you're lazy.
You are
if
restricted
you're bored,
by social roles.
If you don't wake up like that guy every day
wizards,
and say everything is awesome, sometimes you have depression.
You gotta live life with optimism. You can't just
sometimes you have mental health issues.
Nah,
you
gotta have
just
optimism.
have a cozy hobbit breakfast and
dude,
chill.
you gotta live life with this positive expectation of good things to happen.
You want to break bread with your wife. You want to relax.
No.
You want to just.
Do you think it's relaxing in Middle Earth?
Yes, it's very relaxing if you're in the Shire.
Depends on what social class you're in. If you're like a hobbit,
then I will go to the Shire because I've read the books. Okay. I know to go to the Shire. I know not to go to Mordor now. When I'm bored or when I'm tired, it's like. Everything is awesome, but until what point?
It's going to be awesome for all eternity.
I'd rather enjoy like medieval times where everything was simple, where you could sit under an oak tree and read a book like, you know, Frodo does, or you can run around barefoot because that's normal. And I just want to enjoy that. I want to enjoy the simple life, but then also go on a great adventure if I want to.
Dude, if you were to travel in that universe, you're going to be encountering many different dangerous things that can attack you and hurt you.
Yeah, but if you think of stuff as a geek, there's like D&D. You can play like a D&D game when you have like a party. You can have an elf on your team. You can have a wizard. You can have Gimli running around for 3 days straight without getting tired. You know, I'd rather enjoy
but then
that
I want
than
to
just
point
build
out something.
Legos.
If you're not a chosen hero in that universe, then you are victimized by all the dangers in that universe.
Yes, that's Middle Earth. You have to deal with the dangers too. That doesn't mean danger can't be fun. If I can go ride around on a freaking, is it called a Nazgul? What's the thing that the guys ride around on?
What's a worm?
The worm.
It's called a worm with a Y.
Okay, I would rather ride around on that thing. That's gonna be fucking fun. I would rather be a Witch King.
No,
I
dude,
would
I'd
enjoy
rather
that.
be in the
I would
Lego
really be
movie
fun.
where you can be anything you want. Anything.
In
You're
this world,
not
you can't be
restricted.
anything you want. I can go make a ring, forge a ring with freaking Arrow Boy if I want to.
If you were destined for greatness, but if that didn't happen
He
to you, then
wasn't
what?
destined for greatness. He was slashed in his throat and he found a ghost, an elven ghost that freaking made him a ring, man. He wasn't destined for anything.
Listen, you can wake up in the Lego movie universe with zero pressure. Like nothing is going to, dude, if I travel
that's too good all the time. You ever heard of the thing?
You're one
it's
bad
too good
day
to be
away
true.
from getting attacked by a huge spider.
Exactly, and you're one bad day away in Legos from like not caring about building anything. Or caring about colors. Like I'll be like Batman. I'm Batman, and I build nothing. I'll put everything
the
in black
Batman
and white.
thrives in that universe.
No,
he had his own movie.
Of course he had his own movie. It's Batman. He gets movies for everything.
Come on.
There's
When
freaking
people
Batman.
think of
There's like
Batman
a
in the
shaman
Lego universe,
Batman
he's
for crying out
bound
loud.
to be
There's a shaman Batman for crying out loud.
Enrico, make this your closing argument.
Okay. My closing argument is still again, it's the coziness, the love of geekdom that we love to go into with D&Ds, and we can be in that world where you can join a party, where you can go on an epic adventure, where you can relax under an oak tree and just read a book and just be serene with life. That for me is fun. And with the dark sides as well of Middle Earth, I would still enjoy it. I would still love to be a freaking Nazgul or a Witch King or whatever and fight the forces of good. Either way, you can be chaotic good or you can be a chaotic bad. I'd rather be just chaotic and just have fun in Middle Earth and not the Lego movie where everything is awesome and you're part of a team and blah, blah, blah. And you got to be happy all the time. I couldn't survive like that.
Jeffrey, give us your closing argument.
In Middle Earth, you will just want to wake up hoping that none of your neighbors pledge themselves to evil, that they are going to conspire against you and just want to end your life. In the Lego movie, you can wake up and just have a playful, fun curiosity where you can take on many roles, careers. You can just make your own world to your satisfaction. And I think that's why the Lego movie living in the Lego movie universe is far superior than in Middle Earth.
Cool, there we go. I think that was a very good, very entertaining round. I'm going to go to fact checking quickly because I can see Vincent is letting his little thumbs run wild.
My thumbs are perfectly normal sized. So, I have not a lot to say except the fact that, okay, let's look at the Lego universe. I think it is kind of suggested that anyone could build whatever. There are obviously master builders who could literally build whatever, but everyone has some capability of building. So it's not restricted to the heroes of that universe. There is danger in Middle Earth, obviously, but it is more restricted to certain areas. Obviously, getting closer to Mordor gets more dangerous, but a lot of the cities and towns and villages are relatively safe and uninvaded. And then Enrico mentioned a lot of things like reading a book under a tree and getting a hobbit's breakfast. All of those things are available in some capacity in this world. For example, there are a bunch of restaurants that actually offer specifically a hobbit's breakfast. And there are a lot of bookshops. So
No, but it's
I'm
not
just
the
not
same.
arguing. I'm just
It's not
saying
the same.
that's perfectly fine. I'm just letting you know those things are available in real life as fact check.
Doesn't have the same feeling.
We have a fan cam, so I actually kind of want to use it. Everybody, I'm going to count you down, and I just want you to shout out. Shut up.
It's a cozy hobbit.
Hey, you'll all be later.
I just want to know.
You need to experience it, okay?
I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1. On 1, I want you to just shout out who you think won that, okay? And 3, 2, 1.
Yay!
Okay.
Yes!
What? You don't know you're winning.
I've got the fans backing.
Well, you know what? Here at Plot Armor, we think that the majority is always bad. So we're gonna. I'm joking. Obviously, I'm joking. I do think I know who I want to win. I just wish there was 1 point Jeffrey made, and that would be everything you've said technically exists in the Lego world, considering that there is Lord of the Rings and Hobbit Lego. You should have just said everything you do, I can do, and more. But that doesn't actually change who I think wins, and I think, Jeffrey, you still win. So congratulations to Jeffrey. Enrico,
Well
you were
done.
fantastic.
Have a cookie.
got my
You get your little cookie.
Have a cookie.
Here we go.
Okay, before you go, don't go yet.
Okay, cool. So we're going to obviously go into our next round now. So we're going to spin our little wheel, and it's going to be really, really cool. And we will see you guys soon.
Here it goes. And we're back with our next contestant. She made her first appearance in episode 5, fighting for the best animation studio. Give it up for Colette Prince. Welcome back, Colette. You're one of our most regular faces, so it's always nice to have you on.
Thank you.
We'll see how long you stay on.
Thanks.
But seeing that you are sitting right here next to me, we'll give you the honors of pulling the question.
Not
So
give it
that-
to Jeff.
Nah, you can do it. he'll do it the next one. I'm joking. Oh wow. Okay, give me that.
Don't preempt things.
And with that,
Okay. So, question 3 comes from episode 3, which no one here was on. That's good. Which actor or actress are you the most tired of seeing? Previous answers include Timothée Chalamet, Rachel Zegler, and Tom Cruise. So you may not say those. What are your answers?
Ryan Reynolds.
Okay?
oh, I'm gonna hate saying this,
Do
but
it.
and I love him, Pedro Pascal.
Ah, I love it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
awesome.
agree.
These two get 2 minutes to prep starting now. And their time is up, which means our time starts. To repeat the question, which actor or actress are we most tired of seeing? Jeff, we will start with you.
So I went with Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is a very likable actor, but I think film studios keep hiring him to deliver the same type of energy with his characters. I mean, from The Proposal and everything pre-Deadpool and even post-Deadpool, you could predict the rhythm of how he's going to portray a character when it comes to the execution of jokes, when he's going to smirk or be very cheesy. I think it's very predictable. So to see him in a movie or an upcoming movie that's gonna release, it's what you're in for with a Ryan Reynolds movie, because you're gonna really compare it to Deadpool.
Awesome. Colette.
Great answer, Jeff.
Thank you, Colette. I appreciate that.
So the person I chose was Pedro Pascal, and it pains me because I love a short king. But I feel like with Pedro, what they've done is we're getting a bit of Pedro fatigue, and there's more. They cast him for star power over suitability, and him actually being really good in a role because of the role he's playing, as opposed to the fact that he's just Pedro and everyone's like, okay, cool. We need transformation, put Pedro in. And I think the industry has fallen into that pattern of doing that. I love him. I just think that there are certain roles that they have put him in where he wasn't well suited. It's just because he's got star power. And I think we've got a bit of Pedro fatigue at the moment.
Okay, fight it out.
But I think Pedro Pascal doesn't have the issue that Ryan Reynolds does, because Pedro Pascal's characters feel very different from one movie to the next. He can play a very dramatic role, like in The Materialist, or an action star, in the Fantastic Four. So it's a very wide range, but you kind of know what you're in for when you're going to watch a Ryan Reynolds movie. I think it's not necessarily an issue with talent, but more of repetition when it comes to Ryan Reynolds, because you keep saying the same tropes in the characters he portrays.
But I think if you're getting Ryan Reynolds, they're picking him for a reason. Like, we know if you're going to watch a Ryan Reynolds film, it's because he's Ryan Reynolds. And you're right, he will have the same jokes, he will have the same punchlines, but they're using him for a reason. And I feel like with Pedro, and you mentioned Fantastic Four, he was just too old. Oh my God, love the movie, but just in the mythology of the Fantastic Four universe. He was too old. And then also, like you mentioned, The Materialist, great, amazing. And that was a great rom-com. But then after that, we just saw him in everything. And it wasn't suitable for him in that role. It was just because Pedro is Pedro, and that's why they used him. Whereas I think you can't use Pedro the same way you would use Ryan Reynolds, I don't think. Like, he is very versatile, but not versatile for everything. You shouldn't have to use him for everything just because you want to be transformative, just because he's got star power. And that's the problem with the year. It's, another Pedro Pascal film, another Pedro Pascal film. And there's so many other mixed people that could have been used in the roles that he was in. I just think that we've just used him for star power, and he's like Hollywood's new precious shiny baby, because Ryan Reynolds has been in a lot of hot water for obvious reasons.
Can I ask you a question?
No.
Why not?
No.
When you hear of Pedro Pascal in a project, does it not pique your interest that you want to go watch this movie out of curiosity?
No, it did. It did pique my interest a couple of years ago, but now because they use him in everything, I'm like, again, Pedro. And then you see him in ads, and then you see him, like, they've literally used him as a dish rag, and they wipe him on everything and say, yes, that's transformation. We use Pedro. He's so lovely. He's so kind. But being Hollywood's new shiny baby doesn't mean that you're suitable for the roles that you're in. And I think that's the hole he's kind of fallen into. Whereas Ryan Reynolds, to be fair, if you're going to watch him, you know what you're going to get. And you're going to watch him because he's fun. You're going to watch him because he's entertaining. Yes, has he been overrated? Yeah, but I don't think he doesn't pretend to not be what he is, which is funny, which is comedic. Yeah, he'll play a few things, but you know what you're going to get when you watch Ryan Reynolds. Whereas with Pedro, shame, love him, but I don't want to see another film
Jeff,
again.
Close for us.
Okay, I think there's a core difference between Pedro Pascal and Ryan Reynolds, but I think people that have a problem with Pedro Pascal is mainly because of how his name is so trendy. It's not because of his actual work. He's played many different roles, he's got such versatility, and I think it's still piquing the interest of audiences of what he's going to do in the movie that's going to come out. That they will still get their butts in those seats at the cinema and go see what he got up to in this movie, whether it be a very dramatic role, the action role. Whereas with Ryan Reynolds, you know what you're in for. It's very routine, very repetitive. He plays this caricature, very jokey guy. I mean, when I think of Ryan Reynolds, all I think of Deadpool. So when I go watch a movie of his now, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get Deadpool playing a different character, but with not much entertainment from that.
Okay, Colette, give us your final, then we'll close.
You're not wrong. That is true. But I don't want dear Pedro to fall into the same hole, to be fair. And I think by overexposing him and playing every single role possible, we are going to fall into the trap of he's going to be one-noted because yes, he's funny and yes, he's versatile, but he is falling into that one-note trap. He is falling into the lack of suitability for the roles that he's in. And legitimately, I loved him in Fantastic Four, but he was not the person that was supposed to play that role. And he is falling into that space. And for me, I think he's just been overexposed, over-fatigued with Pedro Pascal. And that is my closing argument.
Cool.
How calm
How
is that
peaceful
round,
was
Jeff?
Complete 180 from the previous round, right?
How calm.
That was respectable.
That was very good with very different takes. Let's hear from the fact checker.
So this very opinionated a lot of it until we actually get to some claims at the end. So I was just Googling anything I could think of. And so these are just some facts.
You don't have to Google anything.
I did. So according to Google AI, which is kind of not the most trustworthy thing in the world, but I do also, according to Google and also just being alive, we all do know that Pedro Pascal fatigue is part of the public lexicon. It's something we all talk about. Ryan Reynolds has definitely been typecast as the fast-talking, chirpy guy, whereas Pedro Pascal has definitely had more range. This was a dumb one, and I realized you weren't being literal. You were just saying Pedro Pascal is like a dish rag. I was like, when was he a dish rag? He has never
Not being a dish, as in like we're using him for everything. He's a lappy.
He's never been a dish rag before.
I said don't
There's
Google
an
anything.
opportunity.
This I found very interesting. This is every single appearance, just to show you how differently weighted they were. Pedro Pascal in 2025 appeared in The Last of Us, appeared in The Materialist, appeared in Eddington, appeared in The Fantastic Four.
My God.
And appeared in the 50th anniversary special for Saturday Night Live. There were also other films of his that were premiered this year at festivals, including, and then were also given he had films that premiered in late 2024, but then had an actual worldwide release this year as well, which includes Freaky Tales and The Uninvited. He was also featured in a 5.5-minute Apple AirPods 4 commercial. Ryan Reynolds has had no TV appearances as of 2025.
That's not true.
The only things he's had
streaming.
Were streaming, but he's also primarily credited as executive producers, not as actors.
Because welcome to
and
Wrexham.
Sorry. Do you want
Why are you
to
fact checking?
Which includes shows like Underdogs and Welcome to Wrexham.
What's underdogs? That's fun.
And that's my fact checking for you.
Okay, awesome. I love analyzing the question, and there's one person that answers the question better, and that's what we're going to go with. And I was trying to see if anyone would ever change that. They didn't. So I'll tell you now, Jeff, you will be moving on. And Colette will be, not because your argument's bad, because there was so much love in your answer. Pick a finger. Yeah. So I don't believe you're tired of Pedro Pascal. I think you're tired of how he's being used, which is fair. I agree with that statement, that's what you're painting.
Which is making him over. We've got fatigue.
Which it is true.
Because
It is
of how
true.
he is being used.
But the question was, which actor or actress are we the most tired of seeing? And I think Jeff answered that question better. So I agree with both sides. I think Jeff just painted a better picture for we're actually tired of Ryan Reynolds. And I think Pedro should just be used in a better way. So I think for that reason, Jeff moves on. And Colette, you get a cookie!
I was like, maybe I should have shouted louder, and then maybe you would have won this round.
If there was another round, I don't think it would have stayed as calm. But there isn't. And we will now spin the wheel.
Okay, so we're back, and now we are joined by Lonel Bierkus, and I'm proud of myself because you guys don't know this. I had to say that like 17 times because my pronunciations of surnames sometimes just sucks. But she made her first appearance in episode 14, fighting for the Best Disney Princess Final Girl. Everybody give it up for Lonel! Yeah. There we go. So, Jeff, because you've been doing so good and you're in such a role, will you choose the question this time? There we go.
We'll give it to you.
These frames are just in weird ways though. Okay, so this comes from episode 13. Which fictional movie character should become a YouTuber? Previous answers include Shaggy and Scooby-Doo, Beetlejuice, and Fred and George from Harry Potter. So guys, let us know, what is your answer? What movie character should become a YouTuber? Cool, so Jeff, what's your answer?
Donkey from Shrek.
That's a great answer, Lonel.
Deadpool from Deadpool.
Oh, okay. There we go. Cool. So your 2 minutes preparation starts now. Okay, 2 minutes are up. We're starting right now. Jeff, because we heard you first, opening statements.
So Donkey from Shrek, I believe, works as a YouTuber because his whole personality fits that mold in that space. I think he's loud, enthusiastic, and I mean, his reaction, like let's say he did story time videos. He could tell really good stories, give a lot of exposition, and I think that would be really fun. And his reactions, like if he did reaction videos, his reactions would explode. And I think that would naturally, gravitate to all different audiences, far and wide. As opposed to Deadpool, I think one slip up from Deadpool will get his channel banned and demonetized. So I'm going to go with Donkey. I'll give more
Good
arguments
opening,
later.
Lonel?
Okay, so I think Deadpool would be a great YouTuber because he already is very good at breaking the fourth wall. YouTubers are well known for addressing the camera directly. I think his content would be very action-packed, very entertaining. He would have a very unique perspective on things. I think because of his personality and stuff, he would have a very niche audience who would like follow him cultishly, as is in real life almost. I think he's very authentic, and I think he would just do well on the YouTube site.
Cool, guys, fight it out.
Deadpool's a flashy pick. I say he's a flashy pick because his whole personality is, dependent on violence, shock, and chaos. Whereas with Donkey, it's always like, oh, okay, cool. What did I do in the wilderness today? I can share a cool story about it, but I think the craziness of Deadpool will not, cater to a wide audience. It will be very restricted.
I'm saying that's a good thing, because to be a good YouTuber is to find a niche audience and to cater for them. And his eye-catching visuals, they say sex and violence sells,
but
and he's
Deadpool
got both.
is all about breaking the rules. And YouTube has a lot of rules. So we are not meant to break the rules on YouTube. So
No, have you not seen how many people get away with breaking the rules on YouTube? It's a whole thing.
But
if you have enough number of subscribers, YouTube is well known
what is
for
Deadpool all about? Deadpool's about killing people. Do you want to see that?
Yeah, but he's also an anti-hero. He does some good things.
Name one.
And he collaborates with other people like a YouTuber does. He's very well known for working with Spider-Man. He sometimes works with the Avengers on a tenuous basis, but
okay, but how fun would it be to see Donkey do also collaborations with Shrek, or the fairy godmother, like a weird one, have him turn into a real person, and then he'd go wander around and do some really cool stuff. And
no, but I think Deadpool's got that charm. Ryan Reynolds, who plays Deadpool, has been in the industry, the entertainment industry, for decades, which I think would contribute to Deadpool's entertainment power. And I think his comment section would be also really engaging with people who really hate him or people who really like him. And we all know that any engagement is good engagement on YouTube and socials.
when I think of YouTubers, my friends are YouTubers. So
Mine too.
So and they've been such an influence to teach me about YouTube, and that is, you got to think long term. So I only think when it comes to Deadpool, it's more of a gimmick. It's like short and sweet and like, okay, cool. So I got my instant gratification from a quick reel that a short that he had put out on YouTube. As opposed to Donkey, you want to know what kind of adventures he's going on. Where he's pestering Shrek, or, when he's going on adventures with Fiona and actually bonding with Shrek and Fiona's kids.
I don't think Deadpool lacks that. He can do the same. He can go bother Tony Stark. He can go, clog the toilets at the X Mansion. I also think he would make really good merch. Like really good T-shirts and plushies, like plushie guns.
Okay, well, you know what, Jeff, I want you to reply and make it your closing argument.
I think Deadpool, when it comes to Deadpool, it's violence, chaos. There's nothing, I think, that aligns with being on YouTube to do that. Whereas as Donkey, it's age appropriate, it's kids friendly. You get to see Donkey just have fun. As opposed to Deadpool, I think, putting pranks on people, it gets stale and old over time. I don't think you want to keep watching that time and time and again.
Lornell?
I think Donkey is too tame. I think he would fade into the background of child-friendly family YouTubers. I don't think he would be a good YouTuber just for that fact that he's too... he's played Eddie Murphy and stuff, even he's not that relevant anymore. The style of comedy is a little old school. I think people just find him annoying, and I know that's part of his character. But I don't think he would make a great YouTuber. Not a YouTuber to go viral. I think he might be a good YouTuber for a small fan base, local fan base, but I don't think he has the guts, not the guts, the chops to go all the way. Donkey chops.
That was a great closing. Yeah. Donkey chops. Let's hear some facts.
Okay, not a lot to go from. Just a fun fact, not saying it's impossible, but the one time Donkey did turn into something because of the fairy godmother, he was turned into a horse. She could probably turn into a human too, as she did turn Shrek into a human.
I got that confused.
But that's an interesting thing. Then rules definitely do matter on YouTube. A lot of things have been brought up on this show that's seen our episodes tank. Thank you for some of you back there. But there have been a lot of cases, not to mention what, but we all know what Logan Paul did and how that affected him. He bounced back. But the rules do tend to have an effect.
Think the Bridge and PewDiePie.
Yeah, exactly.
Still the biggest YouTuber.
Not anymore, actually.
Not Mr. Beast,
But
is it?
Deadpool is definitely in the same universe as the X-Men and now the Avengers as from Deadpool and Wolverine. And I did fact check. Donkey does not have thumbs, so good luck uploading a short. Okay.
All right, I'm going to count you guys down again. I want you to shout out your answer. Who do you guys think won? 3, 2, 1.
I don't know.
You know what?
An enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, no, suddenly you have an issue with it. Now you have an issue with it.
She's not voting for Jeff because Jeff didn't vote for it.
I'll say this. There was obviously a lot of points talking about YouTube and what content they could make, but I think Lornell really hits the nail into the coffin when she spoke about niche content. And for that very reason, I think, Lornell, you're going to get the point for this. Jeffrey, don't worry. You get a cookie.
Look at this.
You get a cookie, Jeffrey.
Well done, Jeff.
There we go. Well done, Jeffrey. And we are going to spin the wheel and see who's up next.
Awesome. And we're back with a brand new face. Not a new face, but a face new to this. Let me introduce him. He made his first appearance in episode 8, fighting for the goofiest horror movie ever. Give it up for Faden Kluter. Welcome on, Faden. Yay!
Glad to be
Awesome.
back.
It's great to have you back, and this is your third appearance, and definitely not your last. Enjoy your drink, and while you do, let's allow so that you can have a sip. Pick us the question. Hopefully get a chance on the next one.
Lucky.
Okay, let us all discover together. This question comes from episode 14. What movie should have been a musical?
No.
Lornell's gotten this before. Previous answers include Beau is Afraid, Princess Diaries, and Doctor Strangelove. What is yours? And Faden, I warn you, Lornell's won this question before.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Take it out. Take another one.
Let's hear your answers.
It was hard enough to think of the first
Titanic.
answer.
And Lornell,
Anna Karenina.
perfect.
Karenina.
So you have 2 minutes to prep. Good luck and good night. And we're back to hear our opponents' arguments against what movie should have been a musical. We will start with Faden.
Okay, firstly, Titanic is such an iconic movie. It's got so many emotional ties with the story as it is. We've got an almost Romeo and Juliet star-crossed lovers. I don't know if it's the right term. Two people who shouldn't be together, who fall in love. So there's romance, but there's tragedy as well. Everyone knows Jack doesn't survive. And at the end, you've got room to make all these iconic songs to play along with the scenes, because that's what the musical is all about. So imagine, Rose singing about her love for Jack in the corridor where no one can hear. It's a solo song. You've got the girls who love all of that. And, Jack also just doing his song, I'm a nobody, but here I am trying to find love. Is this it? Could this be it? But I have to do the wrong thing. Something like that. I think it would really work. The tone is there. It could be, I'm sure it is a musical as well at this point, but it would be really cool, I think. And at this point, if we had to release it, they could just breathe fresh air into Titanic again.
Awesome. Lornell?
Okay, I chose the film Anna Karenina, the 2012 one with Keira Knightley. I think it would make a really good musical because that specific film is already filmed like a stage play. So really all you would have to do is add in some musical numbers and some more choreography, and it would make a fantastic musical. It's got really strong visuals. The characters are all very distinct. It's based like Cluedo. Everyone's in their distinct colors, which makes the musical really easy to follow. The costumes, I think it won Best Oscar or nominated for Oscar for Best Costume. I could be wrong, fact checker. And it's already got choreography in there. There's a very well famous scene of Anna Karenina and I think it's the Count dancing together. It's also got a love story, but it's a far more tragic love story, I feel, because the people survive. So I feel like they couldn't even be together, even though they are both. Oh wait, no, they don't. Never mind. Sorry, cut that. Sorry, cut that. They don't both survive. Anna dies at the end. Never mind. Sorry. Cut that. I rebuke.
Don't cut.
It's even more tragic because they were going to be together, and then Anna is, because of a misunderstanding. It's like Romeo and Juliet. Because of a misunderstanding, they are torn apart by death, and that's why I think it would make a really good musical.
Awesome. Sing it out. Don't.
Sing it out. Okay.
I can't sing, the mics would break. So I'm going to call this movie Anna K because I can't pronounce whatever that is.
All right.
So Anna K, it sounds like a really interesting movie. I might check it out. But as you just said there, I think it sounds like a stage play. And maybe that's what it should be. It should stay because it's like you said, there's this intense storyline. You've got this romance, but like, where do you fit the musical numbers in? Are there iconic moments in Anna K that could be like, measure up to Titanic, where you've got, like I just said, you've got Jack singing about, I'm a nobody and I'm on the ship, am I going to find love or whatever? Why am I on here? I don't know if that, because it sounds like real life, and I don't know about you, but I don't have many moments in real life where I can actually sing about it.
No, they're really cool moments. I mean, there's this whole subplot where Anna gets shunned from society, so you could have a big ensemble cast moment of everybody singing, gossiping about Anna Karenina, and you have this really amazing romance moments where you think, oh, Anna hasn't really cheated on her husband, but then plot twist, she actually has already cheated on him before the husband has even confronted her about it. But she's denying it, and there's subterfuge and lies. It's a drama. It's interesting, and there's the sister character who could have a very light, sweet kind of song about being in love with the Count as well. I think there are beautiful moments, and the ending moment as well, where she gets hit by a train. Just imagine like the crescendo,
overkill,
the crescendo that could be possible there.
I'd like to do final.
Yeah, no. Okay.
No, because.
Okay, Faden, give us your final.
No. The reason why, because firstly, our movies are very similar. Because I don't want us to go like in circles. You're arguing the same thing. And I can see the points that you're making. And I think it would be cool. It would be a cool musical, but it wouldn't be Titanic. Titanic would leave the audience in tears at the end. I'm sure Anna Karenina getting mauled by a train, that's a bit much. I don't know about, take my daughter. I don't think I take my daughter to watch Titanic either. But it's like, it sounds more like a... it's a guy move at that point, like, yeah, got one, yes. But like with Titanic, even if you're a guy, you like, and to this day, people still talk about, could Jack have survived? That's the thing. I've never heard of Anna Karenina. It's like,
okay. Lonal, do you want to finish your closing argument?
I think for Titanic, I don't think it'll make a good musical because you might get the emotional moments and stuff, but I don't know that you can physically portray the Titanic on a stage. Even in a film, like you'd have to go the movie route. So if you're going to make it a musical, then I don't know if I would buy people singing while they're freezing in the water, and people singing while they're dying, falling off the ship. Like I feel like it would only work for the emotional beats. But the musicals moments in Anna Karenina can be plot moments as well. I mean, with the her being shunned and the husband confronting her, like it's can help the plot as well, not just the romantic moments of Titanic.
Time. Okay, so I do have a very clear one in mind, but let's see if any facts change that. That's you.
So no, I'm just checking because I'm reading this fact.
Okay, and
okay, no, Okay, we're not found one. Okay, sorry. Okay, so this is specifically just for the part at the end where Lornell is like, I don't think anyone is going to drown while they're singing.
Sing while they're...
Sing while they're drowning. Okay, wait. Okay, in Hamlet, there is a character who drowns herself off stage. Okay, but she does sing.
What is that?
Okay, no, it doesn't. I was trying to get to the point. Anyway, that's fine. So, Anna, that movie.
Anna Karenina.
Anna Karenina won 33 separate awards. You did mention that it was nominated for an Oscar, and it was actually nominated for 4 different Oscars, including costume design, production design, cinematography, and a 4th one I didn't write down.
All good for musicals.
In regards to Titanic as a musical, though, there is a really, really bad animated sequel called Titanic: The Legend Goes On, which was a musical. Don't take this into consideration, though. It's trash. What is interesting is that there was a Broadway musical called Titanic, which actually premiered 8 months before the movie did. So it can be portrayed on stage. Just saying.
Again, awesome. Faden, I love you. You're not going to get this point. I think
we should let the crowd vote.
No, that's Caleb's little thing. I don't care. So I will say this because I think Lornell covered so adequately, much like she did the YouTube question, all the aspects of the musical section. I think you're right in that the film Titanic presents itself with a lot of moments for music, but I think Lornell covered every aspect of it, and she did it so well. I think she got you by just picking a movie that's impossible to pronounce. But because I can pronounce it, I think Lornell moves on. And she took Faden down. But Faden, there's a cookie! But now we will see who will be Lornell's final contestant, and we'll see it through once we spin the wheel.
So we are joined by the other Caleb. I will only ever call him the other Caleb. I was here first. So he made his debut appearance. Shh, I'm reading your intro. He made his debut appearance in episode 5, fighting for the best sidekick of all time. Give it up for Caleb McClarty. There we go. As he's taking a sip, that's how we like to do it. There we go. So we're going to jump straight into the final question. I'm going to reach over for Lornell.
No, give Caleb. I've done it already.
Oh, okay, cool. Caleb, there we go. Beginner's luck, we hope. Okay, thank you very much, Caleb. And let's see.
I'm curious.
Okay. Do you want to do one where you read a word, I read a word?
No, it's fine.
Okay. So this comes from episode 7. This is a cool
Good
question.
ending.
What is the most annoying movie cliche? Previous answers included it was all a dream, there's no time to explain, and the villain's speech. So what is your most annoying movie cliche?
Okay, I got my answer.
Yeah.
And I might get into cuck with the audience. The female boss.
Ooh!
There is a reason for this.
Okay.
No, you can complain. You can complain. I'm right.
Okay, just if he says stuff, just keep it inside. We'll manage it.
You can complain. I'm right. You'll see why now.
Deus Ex Machina.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just, you're familiar with the concept? Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. You guys, your 2 minutes starts now. We're now jumping into the very final question. Just reminding you guys, whoever wins this becomes our master debater.
Never say that fast.
Whoever wins this will become our main character of the
better.
season.
That's a lot better. Don't say that fast, please.
I didn't make the joke.
Okay, so...
Caleb is putting up his sleeves. He wants it.
Okay, cool. So,
Hungry.
this is not just for a giant cookie. This is for bragging rights.
And the giant cookie.
Cookie. So, Caleb, obviously we heard you first, your opening statement, and your time starts now.
Okay, so the question is, what trope are you tired of seeing? Now, ultimately, do I have an issue with strongly written women? Not at all. Eowyn from Lord of the Rings, brilliantly written. Princess Leia, Star Wars, amazingly written. I'm tired of going to an action film and now seeing freaking, for example, Jane Foster from Thor. Tiny woman throwing around massive man. I don't want to see, because ultimately, biologically speaking, we are different. If I get into a fight with anyone here, I'm gonna win. Sorry, tough crap, it's gonna happen. Now, it's not believable for me to see someone, it's nicely Colette size, throwing me around. If she's going to be in a fight, I want to see her outthink me. I want to see a proper, strong, written woman. Not, I'm better than you. Not just that, ultimately, we have destroyed character arcs as a whole. Because now, you arrive, you're perfect at everything. There is no obstacle for you to overcome. Not just that, we're now
you've done a great opening.
Okay, sorry, I'm interrupting. Keep going.
Lornell?
I chose Deus Ex Machina as the most annoying, fact check, that's what the question was, the most annoying trope because it undermines everything. Everything that the scriptwriter or whoever has set up, character, plot, internal logic of the world building, it takes it and it throws it in the dustbin and says, okay, we're going to do this now. So it betrays the audience's trust. Which is annoying. You've spent 2 hours or however long time the film has been, and now it just says, we don't care what we've done so far, we're going to do this now. So that's why I think it's so annoying.
Fight it out.
Okay, listen, I can understand your point. However, at least you have 2 hours of enjoyment. The moment you go and watch any of these Mary Sue movies, automatically 9 out of 10 times they're flops. Because there is no character arc. Your villains are useless. Not just that, it takes men and makes them weak, incredibly weak. How many movies do you go watch these days where the male characters are pathetic? How many times do you go watch a woman who's absolutely perfect? She can do nothing wrong. That's not the point of this. We're there to watch a character build. It's a story.
I do take some issue with the way you describe Jane Foster. She's not...
From the new Thor movie?
Yeah.
No, there is no character.
No.
She's there to...
I take issue with the way that you said she's this woman who's now throwing around a man. She has the powers of Thor.
Yes.
Can she not throw around a man if she has the powers of Thor?
Not when they're a god.
Yes.
Thor is a freaking god.
She's also a god.
He is stronger than her.
She is also a god. She has the same powers as him.
Comically accurate facts, he is stronger than her.
Maybe, but I don't
Not
like
even maybe.
I don't like the fact that you're
we'll
saying...
See. Guys, please, thank you.
We'll see.
Okay, hold on.
Specifically look up the Herald of Thunder. Thank you.
I'm checking Thor, Love and Thunder. This is not comic battles.
No, well.
Okay,
she was arguing that part, so...
I'm going to argue mine. I didn't like that part. Okay, so... The Deus Ex Machina, like I said, it resolves the issues, so it's an unsatisfying resolution. So you say you've had 2 hours of enjoyment. I don't know if you watched how many hours of Game of Thrones, but that resolution at the end where she just goes mad at the end, it ruins the whole series. You don't want to watch that whole series again. It ruins 6 years or however long that series went. It hinders character growth. Same example. We had Daenerys, maybe if she had slowly gone crazy or slowly lost her mind.
However, those first 6 seasons of Game of Thrones, to this day, people still watch them.
They do not.
Yes, they do.
I promise
yes,
you
they
do.
I have heard it from the freaking audience. Yes, people still watch those 6 seasons.
Okay,
they still love those 6 seasons.
Turn this into your final arguments.
All right. Ultimately, do we need strong, well-written women in film and television? 100%. But you know what's more annoying? Is when they go, oh, we wrote a strong woman. And it's just taking male traits, predominantly male traits, and putting them on a woman.
That I
I'm
agree
not
with.
there.
That's not what you argued, though.
That's exactly what I've been arguing the whole time. I don't want to watch a woman go into an action film to mess up guys who are 6-7 foot. There's a reason why we have weight classes in Olympics, in fighting. Because what happens every single time? I want to watch a woman outsmart the man. I want to see a proper, well-written, strong villain because that is a proper character.
Cool. Lornell, your closing argument?
So I still think Deus Ex Machina is more annoying because it exploits the audience as well. I mean, you've gone on this journey with these characters only for it to be destroyed because the writer was too lazy to think up a proper answer. I mean, it lacks creativity. It lacks intelligence to just be like, oh, I can't think of something, so then this person saves her. Superman can now turn back time, like nothing. I think it was Superman 2, where he just like, someone dies, Lois dies, and he just flies back in time. He makes the world go backwards. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it destroys the audience's trust. It destroys your enjoyment of the movie. It breaks believability. And that's why I think it's more annoying. Like, I could take maybe a lesser written woman. I'd be upset because, we've had enough of that. But I feel like Deus Ex Machina is just more annoying.
Okay, well, Darth Vader! Yeah, there we go. Sorry, Vincent and I were having a micro dialogue there. Do you want to fact check us?
Yes, so very short, very quick, two things. There's a lot of sources that does reference to Jane Foster being of similar strength. And if it's different, it's minute enough that, remember, even if Thor could lift a mountain, she could still lift a hill. So a man is nothing. Deus Ex Machina translates directly to God from the machine. But obviously, like you said, it kind of alludes to the whole thing of, salvation coming from nowhere, saving,
So this is my trope because Vincent apparently hates the audience. But this is the final. This is the. Yeah.
I'll just cut it off.
Oh, heavens.
Well, let's just hear from the crowd. Obviously, whoever wins this will be the winner of season 1 of Plot Armor. So guys, I'm going to count you down. I want to hear you shout loud. Who won this round? 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. Actually, girls, tell me who won. 3, 2, 1. And the boys! I want to hear from the boys!
Like the fact that I'm speaking truth.
I want to hear from the boys. Count me down. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow. Okay, well, you know what?
Okay, wait.
I see the couch.
No.
Wait. I'm just curious now. Jeffrey, you say? And Faden and Enrico, you say? You say Caleb. Enrico?
Why am I on this?
Okay. So, let me just say this. I think Caleb actually brought up a lot of fantastic points that I do actually inherently agree with. Lornell brought up a lot of facts that I love how you could see the filmmaker in you speaking there. And so it really came down to the fact that I'm going to announce the winner in 3, 2, 1. Lornell!
Something to say. Yes. Well done, winning by outsmarting the man.
Lornell, you are our main character for the entire season. Congratulations.
You won the one that mattered. Well done.
Honestly, you know what? You get a giant cookie.
We don't just give you a fright. We give you a cookie.
Wait, you guys need to see this is like a face-sized cookie. This thing is big.
And guess what? We lied. You don't get a cookie. You get 2 cookies.
You get 2 cookies.
Thank you, Susi's Kitchen. So this is yours, prize giving.
And I want to say, Lornell, thank you so much for just constantly being on the show.
Yeah.
And we want to thank everybody else. It's not a small thing appearing on an episode of Plot Armor. So we want to thank all of you because everyone here has been on multiple episodes now. Everyone has been fantastic in showing support. So everybody back there, we just want to say thank you to you guys as well. You are all awesome and fantastic. We want to thank Tebedien once again for the awesome drinks.
There's like 8, 9 empty
There's
drinks.
8, 9 of these things just floating around. Caleb gets a cookie! Caleb gets a cookie!
That's fine. Let's go.
Actually, Those two cookies are exactly the same size. It's crazy. He's bulkingly tall.
Because he's so much bigger
You're
than
just
me.
so much bigger than her.
Okay.
Yeah, put it in front of your face.
There we go. So, yeah, just in closing, we want to thank Tebedien. We want to thank Susi's Kitchen.
Yes.
A huge one. I just really want to thank Jeffrey as well, who came in halfway through the season. He's been fantastic with just helping us with the cameras and everything like that. I want to thank Vincent because this has just been
Super high five.
super high five. This show is his brainchild. And I want to thank 14-year-old Vincent for having the passion to actually want to do a show like this. The biggest one is that we want to thank God because none of this is possible without him. His provision is what made this show possible. So guys, just everyone, you at home watching this, thank you so much for making season 1 a success. Thank you so much for the engagement and the love we've received. We see all of your comments. We see all the love you give the show. And it's amazing. So thank you so, so much.
I also want to say thank you to Suella, who is the person that makes the drinks, Tebedien, the brainchild, keeping us hydrated. Everyone, half our guests show up because they know they get these. So really happy about that. And she does way more than that. She is really good on social media with making the big things blow up, which a lot of it is Laurel. So maybe you should keep winning these. So really thank you to Suella for that as well. But that is it from us. We are not going to take a hiatus and we don't believe in breaks. So you will see us the usual time, 2 weeks from now, next Monday, as we start season 2, switching things up, crazy things in store. But not just from us, from all these amazing people. It's one big bye-bye.